Well, hello, this is Lance. Today we're having a look at this. Well, actually two items. The Peak Design everyday case in tan and the Peak Design cuff rope in kelp. Why I do this in combination with each other is this is basically what has become my default for traveling. As I'm a bit of a klutz, it's always a good idea for me to have my case / phone attached to my wrist when I'm busy taking photos and videos and that type of thing while I'm traveling. This is why I always have a secondary case, a Peak Design case, because they actually have the facility that they can put their little dongle things so that you don't have to walk around with your phone the whole time with the cuff on it. But when you do want to, it's a simple case of clicking it in like this. And away you go. You now have a cuff that can fit around your wrist and your phone's not going to go anywhere. Well, in theory. Now the one thing with Peak Design stuff is you do pay a little bit extra, but all this stuff has a lifetime warranty on it. So if it does break, you send it back, they replace it. If there's a defect that you don't like, you send it back, they replace it. Every one of their products comes with a little code that you just register with their site once you've purchased the product, and your lifetime warranty is active. And that's pretty easy and very comforting. And I must admit, these straps, this is the first time I'm actually trying this particular strap. Normally I have this strap here, which as you can see is also Peak Design and also has that same connector. This seems to be a universal connector that they use for all their stuff, so that when you put these little connectors onto anything really, most of this stuff was made for cameras obviously, but not cases. However, they do actually add in the supports there on both sides, which is quite tough, specifically for a lanyard of some description or one of theirs. So this is the one that I've been using, and I still use to this day, but with my cameras. It fits around your wrist and you can just wrap it around and it magnetically sticks there, so that when you're not using it you can just keep it on your wrist if you do so choose. But otherwise it's convenient, and I've had this for years and there's barely any marks on it. So enter the new straps that they're doing, which are these rope-like. It's actually very well woven. It doesn't feel as loose as a rope. It feels like a very dense rope. And again, it's got a lifetime warranty, so you've got to be pretty sure of your product if you're going to give a lifetime warranty on it. It has this little stopper here that you can actually have it stop at a certain point. If you want to set it down so that it's not too tight around your wrist, then there you go. As with all Peak Design stuff, they have their proprietary connector over here, although it does still support MagSafe, so you can stick it to your wireless chargers and without any problem. The magnets in these are generally quite strong, so I've never really had a problem with it falling off or not sticking on anything. If you do want to try their accessories on their site, they have a whole bunch of accessories that'll fit to bicycle handles, bars, and motorcycles, etc., etc. If you do want to use the accessories, they've got little tripods that'll fit into this. It's simply an extra layer of connectivity to secure whatever you're using of theirs to connect to the back of the phone. It is still just a standard MagSafe charging magnet in the back here as well. So you're good to go, even though, you know, if your manufacturer doesn't put a magnet into the back of their phones like a normal person, Samsung, then, you know, you can still do it. As far as the ports go and the buttons, it's fairly standard stuff. They've got these nice metal textured buttons on the sides, as you can see here, and of course the other side. On the other side you've got your power button / personal assistant, and of course the button that nobody uses. Bottom, it is a little deeper. If you have a look here, it's quite deep when it goes into the USB-C port. So that is a consideration if you have a particularly wide USB-C connector. The reason for that is obviously because it's got the additional pieces which are nicely firm, and they're pretty damn solid, to be honest, and that makes it a bit deeper at the back here. But it's not a concern as long as you're using wireless charging or you don't really plug anything in there. But if you do, it's a consideration. As I said before, Peak Design stuff, not exactly cheap, but you are paying for a lifetime warranty, which, as I said, is a pretty good peace of mind. The case itself sold for 45 euros when I purchased it. So for this combination, you're knocking on the door of 90 euros. Obviously, this is just my specific combo that I enjoy for travel specifically. You don't need to have the cuff along with it. That's just an additional safety measure for people like me that are a bit of a klutz. But the cases themselves are actually very nice. Their build quality is very good. They have nice metal buttons, very clicky. See if you can hear that. As far as the color goes, well, I think it looks nice with the orange iPhone, but they do it in various colors, obviously, as well as the cuffs. I think the cuffs come in a little more limited colors. I think there's only 3 of them, but in my mind, this was the best. So you have a look at those colors if you do feel like them. I'll put links down below for the products. They aren't affiliate links because I'm not a Peak Design affiliate, but if you do want to go and have a look at the products, then at least you can. I hope you enjoyed this brief review of these 2 products. If you did, please like, subscribe, all those lovely YouTuber things, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.